The Mobile County Public School System presents Homeroom with Nancy Pierce.
Hello, I'm Nancy Pierce, and I am so glad you have joined us today. It's going to be a wonderful day, and we're talking about I'm talking with some fabulous children. You know, we've worked really hard at the Mobile County Public School System on improving our graduation rate, and it is really improved a lot, and we'll keep improving it. And we talk a lot to kids that are going to schools. You know, we always love to talk about South Alabama and Auburn and Alabama, or maybe I should say Alabama and Auburn, that way I cover both of you. And, you know, mainly in state schools. Well, there are also some students that have incredible scores, have had incredible times in college, and we want to introduce a few of them to you. They're going to some of the real prestigious schools all out east, where they'll have to deal with snow. But anyway, right now I'm talking to Tyler Lott. He went to Bryant High School. And Tyler, good to have you.
Thank you.
How was Bryant, first of all?
Bryant was great. I really enjoyed being there.
Good.
I had a lot of wonderful memories there with the faculty, and I've made some of my best friends there that I really think that I'll stay in touch with, even going 1,500 miles away. So
Good.
I couldn't
Good.
say any bad things about it. I've really enjoyed it.
Were you sad when you graduated, or really pumped up for your future, for what you're going to do?
I was actually sick on graduation day, but it was a good day. I enjoyed it. It was.
Were
a bit
you there?
nostalgic.
You were there.
I was there.
Okay.
I was there. I was fortunately able to make it, and I was a bit nostalgic afterwards.
Right.
I hung out with a lot of friends and kind of just relived the memories of the last 4 years and kind of reflected on some of my favorite times. So
that's
it was
good.
a bit of a nostalgic day.
Do they still do senior day where you go someplace really cool, or?
No.
That was in my time.
Yeah.
Long time
we
ago.
We did a few things like that. Nowhere really far away.
Okay.
I know we had individual senior trips and stuff. So
Fun.
It was fun, yeah.
And so here it is summer, and you're getting ready to go to, as we can tell by your shirt, Harvard.
Yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited for it.
Did you know that Harvard was really the place you wanted to go?
It was not actually. I thought that I wanted to go to Alabama with a few friends all of last year, and then I went to an event in Mobile exploring college options or something like that, and it was a few Ivy League schools and then Georgetown and Stanford. I went to this conference in late September, early October, and kind of fell in love with Harvard there. I made it my number one and decided to visit, and then I applied early action and was accepted. So
that's great.
That's been my school.
What did you think about when you visited it?
The first time I visited it was in February, and the first morning I was there, a blizzard, a nor'easter came through, and it snowed 4 or 5 inches. So it was definitely getting me acclimated to that Boston weather. But I really loved the campus. I had met up with a friend there, and she took me around the campus, showed me her dorms, and all of that
So she's
stuff.
there. So
She
you
is
have a
there.
friend already
I
there.
do, yeah. I have a few
good.
friends there, so I'm excited about
that's
that. I'm not
great.
going totally, with no one there. But it was just a great experience being on campus. I knew then that that's where I really wanted to go.
Right. And that's in Boston.
It is.
And that's a great city.
Yeah, it is a wonderful
city.
It's about 2 miles out of Boston, so it feels more. You have that smaller feel. It's not, it's not 100% in the city, but it's just a 10-minute subway ride away from Boston.
So much to do, but you're going to be studying the whole time, so don't think about what you might do.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you going to major in? I know it's early. You haven't even started yet, but what are you thinking about as far as majoring?
I was thinking of a dual degree between government and economics, maybe going into some sort of financial field. I'm not too sure on that now, but like you said, I don't have to decide, I think, until my sophomore year, so I definitely want to take a lot of gen ed classes to really kind of discover at that level what I'm interested in and what I really see myself gravitating towards as a career in the future.
I think that's great.
Thank you.
You shouldn't just jump in. I know I changed majors 3 times, and glad it was fine. It gave me a little taste of other things, and I really like that. But the weather, I hope you can deal with the weather.
Me too.
Because you don't like cold weather.
I don't. I've lived in South Alabama my entire life. Used to very mild winters. So this whole thing with getting 60 inches of snow every winter is just crazy. I've been kind of learning to bear with it. Lots of layers. So I've been learning how to dress, and it'll be a learning curve for me. Hopefully, I'll get through the first winter though.
You will. Yeah.
And
I think was it 60 inches 2 years ago or last year? I
think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
It was awful.
it was awful.
I know that in Harvard's like 385-year history, they've only closed classes a few times, and 4 of those times were in that 1 year. The snow
my
had gotten
gosh.
so bad, it was totally ridiculous, to the
Well,
point
you might
where
want to have it closed one day.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I'm not complaining about snow days.
Definitely. Well, a good thing to do is learn how to cross-country ski.
Yeah.
It really is. You
Yeah.
can even get to class that way, but it's great exercise and just a lot of fun. You can do it with your friends or go by yourself. But I do think people do get around sometimes when it's snowed that much on their skis.
Yeah.
So that's a
I'll
thought.
have to invest in a pair.
Or maybe go downhill skiing.
Yeah. I know there are some really cool slopes just a few hours away. So yeah, as it gets more towards the wintertime, I definitely want to take a few friends and go. So I don't ski a ton, being in Mobile.
Right.
But
I don't think we have too many
yeah,
slopes.
I don't. Yeah, maybe water skiing. But yeah, I definitely want to try that.
Oh, sure. Oh, that is going to be so much fun. How are your folks dealing with this? Because
Yeah.
that's far away.
It is far away. My parents both love Harvard. They're fully 100% supportive of me going there. My mom is definitely a little bit more emotional just because leaving home and leaving
Sure.
the nest. But I think that they're doing fairly well. Come August, I'm not really sure.
I know. I was
They'll be
gonna
a bit
say,
more
and
emotional.
we're almost into
but-
July, and we still have a little
Yeah.
time.
One
before-
thing I do like, they have a freshman parents weekend, and it's in late October.
Oh,
so
good.
I'll have been away from home a few months, and my parents will both fly up and see me and visit and see that I'm doing just fine. So
and
I
hope
think
the
that-
weather will be good.
I
and
hope so.
You'll have leaves that change, and it'll
Yeah,
be absolutely
a real
gorgeous.
autumn. That's going to be exciting.
Do you ride a bike?
I don't ride a bike. I might invest in a bike. I know they're not extremely common. It's a very centralized campus,
Okay.
so most people just walk. But I might invest in a bike. I'm not too sure yet.
And go some really cool places.
Yeah,
not too far
absolutely,
away.
absolutely.
So you're really excited. Are you nervous at all?
I am a little bit nervous about the academic intensity of a school like this.
Tell me about it. What's it going to be like, do you think?
Yeah, I think high school, I think, can only do so much to prepare one for an education in college. And I think
Sure.
there's a learning curve for everyone, whether you're going to South Alabama or to Harvard or, wherever school. And so I think that there will be an adjustment of studying. I think there will be a lot more writing and papers to do and stuff. But, I think that we can all do it, whether, from going from Mobile County to all of these other schools, wherever we may end up. I think that
You'll be
we've all
fine.
been, I think
Oh,
we'll
that's
be
great.
fine. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm out of time with you, and I'm really sad because we have so much more to talk about. But when you come back, we'll have to talk some more, okay?
Absolutely. Talk about skiing.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
And you stay with us. We'll be right back.
I believe that the quality of education that I received at the Mobile County Public School System, I would give it an A+, an excellent education. And I feel that they prepared me for my future career. I feel that I received not only the fund of knowledge that I need, but the social skills, communication skills that is needed to compete with any other student, not just in Mobile County particularly, but nationwide.
Nationwide, an average of 24 children die each year.
And another 17,000 are injured in bus-related accidents.
Many of these can be prevented. The safety of our children comes first.
For the safety of our future, obey all traffic laws related to school bus safety.
Hi, I'm Pat Mitchell, Director of Transportation for the Mobile County Public School System. We're asking you to obey all bus safety laws. It could save a life. Remember, stop ahead when you see red. Our future depends on it.
Welcome back. I'm Nancy Pierce. I'm so glad you're with us and that you're staying with us. We're talking to some really cool kids. We've got so many in the Mobile County Public School System. Graduation rate has gone up a lot and really striving to do a lot. We talk a lot about the University of Alabama, of course, and Auburn, of course. But now I have to say Auburn and Alabama. I don't want anybody to think that, I'm picking a favorite. or South Alabama, but we also have some kids that are going to some incredible schools out east, Ivy League schools, and it's very exciting, and you're going to find out. Joining me now is Abigail Denton. Good to have you here.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Did you went to Baker?
Yes.
Tell me about Baker.
Baker is a really great school. There
I
are
love
lots
Baker.
of great students and great teachers.
Yeah, it is. And what about your principal?
Oh,
Good guy.
Mr. Richardson. Yeah, he's great.
He's been there for a while.
He has.
So you graduated from Baker. When you were in your junior year, where did you think you were going to go to college?
I really hoped that I was going to go to Yale. But it turned out that they were the only school that out and out rejected me. So.
Aww.
Yeah, but
give me their name. I'm going to write a letter.
Yeah, but I'm perfectly happy going to Princeton, and especially after researching more, after being admitted, I think it really is the best choice.
How big a school is it?
It's pretty small. The incoming freshman class, I think, is about 1,600 or something like that. So, I mean...
You gonna like that?
I think so, yeah.
But it's bigger than Baker.
Yes.
Although Baker is
Barely.
really big, I know, I was gonna say. And where, it's in New Jersey? What
Yes.
city?
Princeton.
Oh.
Easy to remember.
Very easy to remember. When did you apply?
I applied in December. Yeah.
Were you excited when you opened that letter, or did you have somebody else open it and read it, or what?
My family and I gathered around the computer, and we went online and looked at the colleges, and yeah, I was really excited.
Oh, I'll bet.
I was surprised too.
Well, I think it's great.
Yeah.
You nervous?
Yeah.
But that's good. You always have to have a little bit of that anxiety.
Right.
It helps. And you'll get over that so fast.
I hope
you
so.
You really will. When do you have to be there?
We go up for orientation. We have to be there, I think, by September 3rd.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, it's
not
pretty
bad
late.
at all.
Yeah.
Do you like the snow?
I've never really seen snow, but I'm really excited about it.
Wow. You could YouTube that.
Well, true.
But actually been in. And so you don't mind cold weather?
No, I really like cold weather. Winter's my favorite season.
Really? Mm-hmm. Where have you had winter?
Just here.
Okay. I'm not sure you know what winter really is.
Yeah.
But how much, do they have a lot of snow? I hear a lot about Boston and New York.
Yeah, I don't really know about snow, but when I went for preview days in April, it was still pretty cold.
Still pretty cold.
Yeah.
So have you started getting a warmer wardrobe?
Yes, I've started to try and build up the wardrobe. Yes.
Oh, that's great. What are you planning on majoring in, or do you not know yet?
I'm thinking English, maybe comparative literature, because I also really like French, and I want to use that in some way. So I'm thinking French and English.
When you finish at Princeton, what would you like to do?
I want to eventually get a PhD so I can teach English at a college level, but I also want to write like novels and get involved in the publishing industry in other ways, like as an agent or editor.
Who's your favorite author?
Jane Austen.
Okay, so you're gonna go from Baker, which is big, to Princeton, which is a little bigger. What about the academics? What do you foresee?
It's definitely going to be harder, but I mean, I know going in that it's going to be a lot harder, so it's more of just a learning experience, and I'm going to learn to be better.
Sure.
So,
how many hours will you be taking?
I don't know yet. We haven't signed up for our
Yeah, they
schedule.
don't have a set number of hours. And do they have regular classes that all freshmen have to take?
They have not like specific classes, but you have to take a freshman seminar, and then you have a certain amount of requirements for your major, and then a certain amount of like just kind of general requirements.
Right. Do you know when you have to declare your major?
I believe by sophomore year.
Okay, that's not bad. You've got that year to really go through everything. And how are you at planning your time and studying and sitting down and really working? And you must be awfully good.
Yeah, I don't know about planning my time, but I'm very well. I want to do as well as I can. So,
Sure, sure.
I try.
You will. You've got a good attitude going in there, and you're going to love the cold weather, but you really need to layer a lot.
Yes.
Because it will end up warm, and then all of a sudden you're in all these clothes and stuff. but it'll be fun. And just to go to a new climate and a new part of the United States.
Exactly.
Now, well, I don't hear a Southern accent with you.
Oh, really? Thank you.
I don't think so. Talk to me again. Just talk about living in Southern Alabama.
Mobile's a great city.
No accent.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't hear it, but I've been down here for a while, so yeah, I was going to say, I wonder what they'll think about your accent, but
I don't know.
And there are probably people from all over, so they won't just pick on you.
Yes, exactly.
But you're excited, a little nervous. Your parents going to take you out there?
My dad is.
Can you have a car on campus or no?
I'm not really sure. I don't like driving, so it's not really a question for me.
Well, and driving in the snow is not much fun.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people, they'll do fine. I did fine, but it's scary. It could get scary.
Yeah.
But you won't have a hurricane up there.
That's true.
I don't think anything's ever hit New Jersey.
Well,
no.
Hurricane Sandy was around there.
Of course.
But it probably wouldn't go so far inland.
Yeah, yeah. So, no matter where you go, you've got something, either hurricanes or tornadoes or big snowstorms. So just a few things you'll need to get used to, and that's all. I mean, it'll be wonderful. Do you know anybody that's going too?
No.
No. Well, that's okay. That's such a learning experience. When I went to the University of Kansas in the Midwest, and I didn't have a roommate, and I was petrified. I knew one person, a guy, and I don't think I ever saw him the 4 years I was there, but I was petrified because I didn't know anybody, and I was in my own room. Oh, I loved having my own room. Will you have a roommate?
I hope so.
You'll like it either way, believe me, because you can shut your door and lock your door and just be in there by yourself, or you'll have a friend.
Right.
So it'll be wonderful. What will you do in the summer? Will you continue studying or?
I'll probably do. I'll probably have to have a job. But
up there? Will you stay up there?
No. I'll probably come
back here.
But they do have an interesting program for English majors called the Bread Loaf Program, where you go over and study in Oxford, England. And so, 1 year I'm going to try.
Do you need a chaperone?
Yes.
It's not your parents. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
So you're going to try and do that?
Yes.
Oh, how fabulous! I'm jealous. When I was in school, we didn't have those sorts of things. I know. I'm kind of playing poor, pitiful me. So you'll take off. You have to be there the 2nd. Is that when you'll have orientation?
Yes.
Okay.
And for orientation, we usually, or they assign you to a certain leadership building, skill building sort of thing. And so like they do a camping trip, or they'll do tutoring or some Habitat for Humanity.
Right.
I'm hoping they're doing tutoring.
You don't want to camp or hike or?
No.
No?
Not overnight.
You know what? Oh, it'll be fine. That's what life's all about, to take that chance, to just step a little farther, but you are with everything you're doing. So I am so excited for you, and if you want a roommate at Oxford,
okay,
I'd be happy to go. So Abigail, best of luck, and I'll be keeping my eye on you. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for joining us, and we have one more student left, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Mobile County Public Schools has equipped its students to achieve more than $96 million in college scholarships. These work-ready certificates include dual enrollment college credit, construction, certified nursing assistant, Microsoft Office specialist, welding, and the list goes on. Striving to graduate students to be college and career ready. Higher learning, growth, and development. It starts with us.
Nationwide, an average of 24 children die each year.
And another 17,000 are injured in bus-related accidents.
Many of these can be prevented. The safety of our children comes first.
For the safety of our future, obey all traffic laws related to school bus safety.
Hi, I'm Pat Mitchell, Director of Transportation for the Mobile County Public School System. We're asking you to obey all bus safety laws. It could save a life. Remember, stop ahead when you see red. Our future depends on it.
Hello again, welcome back. So glad you stayed with us. We are talking with some wonderful students. Mobile County has such great students. A lot of them stay in state to go to school, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them look at the Ivy League schools, especially out east, which is kind of amusing in a way because South Alabama, we've got the warm weather, we've got the beach, and you go up north and you've got lots of snow, but that's great. You know, you get a taste of another part of the country. And so joining me now is Nathaniel Wyatt. Good to have you here.
It's great to be here.
And you are going to, Columbia?
Yeah, that's the one. I think I picked the right shirt.
And that's in the city.
Right.
One of the best cities in the world. I love New York. I love it. Have you been there a lot, or?
I've been there twice. Once
Okay.
was to visit the school, and another time just to visit the city when I was a kid.
Where is Columbia in New York?
The Upper West Side of Manhattan.
Okay.
So it's on the island in that, more affluent area, I guess.
Can you get to Broadway quickly?
Yeah, I mean, if I take the subway, I guess I can get anywhere quickly.
Yeah, sure. And that won't take you long at all to
Right.
get used to that.
Yeah.
But, okay, and you went to Baker too.
Mm-hmm.
What was your experience like in Baker?
I loved Baker. I mean, I really think it got me where I needed to be. I think that education is just really what you make of it, and Baker had a lot of opportunities with my classes and with the clubs and organizations that, really just, I shaped it into the experience that I wanted it to be.
Oh, that's good. That we all should do that with things like that. Did you know from the get-go that you wanted to go to Columbia, or were you thinking about staying and going to South Alabama or Auburn or Alabama or LSU?
Well, I was just planning on going to Auburn. I wanted to move away, but
Sure.
the Ivy Leagues just weren't really a possibility in my mind. I mean, you don't really think about them down here because you just don't know many people. You're not really tripping over Ivy League graduates down here. So it's I got a brochure in the mail that talked about Columbia, and it just seemed like it was an interesting fit. And then we learned more about it, and it seemed perfect.
So when did you go up?
A year ago.
A year ago. Yeah. So you visited then.
Mm-hmm.
So you like New York?
Yeah. I loved it. Loved everything about it.
So much to do in New York, and some people really don't love it, and I love it. I mean, it's just so vibrant, and so of course you're going to be studying all the time. What am I talking to you about the city? You can't go to Broadway. You can't do that stuff.
Well, the city's just the larger part of the campus.
Yeah. That's true. So, so you really liked Baker. You think it prepared you very well.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Are you worried at all? Are you nervous?
I don't know. I think it's hard to be nervous about something that I don't really have a grid for yet.
Sure.
I want to say that I'm nervous about moving away, I guess, but in my mind it's still like I haven't even processed it yet, just because it's just a whole world that I just don't know how to think of.
When do you have to be there?
I start classes September 6th, so I move up August 27th.
And what do you do between that time? Orientation?
There's a week of orientation between the 27th and the 6th.
Okay. Are they doing? I've been listening to the other two students that were here, and they're going to go hiking and do this and do that. Anything like that you know of?
They had some pre-orientation programs like that, but I'm not really sure what to expect out of the new student stuff. They keep it sort of vague, I think.
Oh, do they?
Intentionally, but
they don't want to scare you before you
maybe.
get there.
Yeah, who knows what kind of New York stuff they'll make us do.
How are you on your study habits? Your dealing with time management?
I think I'm gonna have to get a lot better. Because I'm going here, you might expect that I'm just really good at managing time and studying well, but it's kind of the opposite. I think being in college will force me to study more and take time out of my day to do that more. So.
But that'll be okay.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'll be ready for it.
Sure. What do you want to major in, or do you know?
Probably film. I think I want to study film.
That's right. You're our film master from the film contest that was held here. What was your film about? I think we have it on tape, as a matter of fact. What was it about? I heard it was wonderful, funny,
Thank you.
Great, and people thought it was real. So what was it about?
Well, it was just about 3 guys trying to come up with an idea for the film festival. It's sort of a spoiler, I guess, but.
That's wonderful. How long did it take you to do it?
In terms of hours, maybe 25 hours. I mean, it took me 3 to write it probably, and then a couple of days to shoot, and then about a week to edit altogether. Just.
Were you surprised when your name was called, or your group's name was called?
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah,
we always hope
that,
it's going to be yours.
Yeah.
That's really neat. Can you send that to some competition anywhere? Take you to Sundance Film Festival?
Well, you know, it's already on YouTube, and I've already used it for another competition, so I'd probably have to do something else with it. But I mean, it's always there. I can always use it for a demo reel, or you know, and it's just it's just nice to make something, I think.
Oh, sure. Well, you've got that right now, so that's really good. When you said you wanted to deal with film when you go to school, what do you want to do with film? I mean, there are so many different ways you could go with that.
Yeah. Well, in the industry, I think that you just, you work at it for a long enough time, and eventually you just get, if you want to be a director, you work in the industry long enough, and eventually you just get to be director. So I think that's the end goal for me, is that I want to produce. I mean, I want to direct and I want to write, but I love really all aspects of the industry. So just any entry level job is something that I feel like I should take, and then. I guess that's the end game, is just making my own movie.
So Steven Spielberg, I think you should look him up.
Yes, yeah, I love Spielberg. I mean, he's one of my heroes.
Yeah, he's got a movie that, did he do the giant movie that's out right now? I think he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I want to see that. But yeah, I think you should become really good friends with him.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'd love to.
I do have a couple contacts, maybe I could write and see if you could go to lunch. You might have to pay for his, but that'd be okay.
Oh yeah, that'd be totally worth it. I'd pay for all of his lunches, for a year.
So you go into a cold climate, you're going to be fine. You don't mind.
Yeah. I don't have any winter clothes, but I think I'm going to buy them up there and not down here, because I'm sure that their winter clothes are better.
And you'll know. I mean, people will tell you, and you'll just be able to figure it out. But you will need winter clothes. Do you do any winter sports?
No.
No. Well, this is the time to do it. You're going to college. You want new experiences. I don't know if you could. Well, you could cross country ski. You could downhill ski. There's so many places close by that will offer you that opportunity. Yeah. And a lot of times those things will really help you get rid of your frustration or whatever. And so that'll be a great part of your schooling and just getting to know people. But you don't know anybody up there right now?
Right, I don't know anybody.
You're going to have a roommate, do you know?
I find out today.
Oh.
So yeah, I could not, I might be living in a suite with 8 to 15 other students.
Oh.
So,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That would be hard to, well, I'm sure you have places to study where you can get away.
Yes, yeah.
But it's nice, you can meet some people. I myself, my freshman year, I did not have a roommate, and I cried, and I didn't understand it, and I loved it. It was wonderful, because you can just close your door and do what you want. But then if you have a roommate, which I had the last 3 years, that was fine. It was great. So you'll be fine no matter what you do.
That's what I think.
But there's nothing that you're good with subways and.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really get I don't know the map in my mind, but I'll figure it out, I guess.
Oh, I really am envious. I mean, I'm envious of all three of you. Yeah. Great places to go to school and really move on with your life. But so I'm going to look forward to seeing your name, director.
Yeah, I'm too.
Sometime, and that'll be wonderful. I really like this. How about family? How are they dealing with it?
Well, I mean, my parents are obviously it's a victory for them too. So I think that they're really excited. I couldn't have made it without them. But I mean, obviously my mom's sort of broken up about it, and my dad, I mean, they're gonna miss me. But,
sure. And you might even miss them.
Maybe. Maybe in a few months.
Oh, and your mom's sitting in here and hearing this. So if you need a ride home, somebody will take you from here. But good luck to you. I'm so excited for all of you, and I'm going to keep in touch, because I want to find out how things are going. Okay? All right. So good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. And thank you for watching.